For nearly a decade, Heughan and Caitríona Balfe have been inseparable in the eyes of Outlander fans. Their chemistry as Jamie and Claire Fraser defined one of television's most iconic love stories. On red carpets, at fan conventions, and in countless interviews, they radiated warmth and trust, the kind of connection that made audiences believe their bond extended far beyond the screen. But recently, something changed. It started as a whisper. Small details fans noticed but couldn't quite explain. During press events for Outlander's latest season, the easy smiles and playful banter between Sam and Caitríona seemed to fade. They sat farther apart during interviews. Their eye contact, once filled with laughter, now felt fleeting. Even their social media interactions, once frequent and teasing, became strangely quiet. The fandom noticed immediately. On TikTok and Twitter, fans began posting comparison clips. One from years ago, where Sam and Caitríona couldn't stop laughing together during a blooper reel. And one from a recent appearance, where their smiles seemed polite but distant. "What happened between them?" one fan wrote. "They used to be so close." Another commented, "There's a different energy now, it's like something's broken." Then came the article. An entertainment site published a story claiming that during the filming of one of Outlander's most emotionally intense scenes, Sam and Caitríona had a disagreement that escalated beyond professionalism. The piece quoted an unnamed insider who described a heated argument over creative direction, suggesting that tension had lingered for weeks afterward. "They're professionals," the source reportedly said, "but something changed after that day." The headline spread like wildfire. Within hours, Sam and Caitríona was trending globally. Fans debated furiously online. Some defended them, insisting that long-term co-stars naturally have ups and downs, while others feared the worst. "This feels different," one Reddit thread read. "They've always been close. For her to look that cold toward him, something serious must have happened." For two people who had spent years maintaining a united front, the silence was deafening. Neither Sam nor Caitríona addressed the rumors directly. Their publicists declined to comment, and both actors continued promoting the show with careful professionalism. But to anyone watching closely, the tension was impossible to ignore. Even at the London premiere, the atmosphere felt off. When photographers called for them to pose together, Caitríona smiled tightly, while Sam rested his hand lightly on her back, a gesture that once seemed affectionate, but now appeared cautious, almost rehearsed. The moment lasted only seconds before they stepped apart. Fans watching the livestream immediately noticed. "That wasn't the Sam and Caitríona we know," one fan posted on X. "Something's wrong." The entertainment press seized the opportunity, spinning stories of jealousy, betrayal, and creative clashes. Some claimed that Sam's growing fame, between Outlander, his films, and his whiskey brand, had created distance between them. Others hinted at personal misunderstandings, emotional exhaustion, or even a betrayal of trust, off-camera. None of it was confirmed, but the speculation was relentless. Meanwhile, Caitríona's interviews became noticeably more guarded. When asked about her dynamic with Sam, she deflected gracefully. "We've worked together for so long, like any relationship, it has its ups and downs," she said in one interview. "But there's great respect there, always." Her tone was calm, but the words felt carefully chosen, almost rehearsed. For longtime fans, this new coldness was heartbreaking. These were two people whose friendship had once been the emotional core of Outlander itself, a partnership built on mutual admiration, laughter, and trust. To see that warmth dim left many wondering if the fairy tale camaraderie had finally met reality's cracks. But perhaps the most haunting moment came when a fan asked Sam directly during a live Q&A if he and Caitríona were still close. The room went silent. Sam hesitated for a beat too long, then smiled softly and replied, "Caitríona and I have been through a lot together. Every friendship has its storms." It was a diplomatic answer, thoughtful, calm, and utterly ambiguous. But in that quiet pause, fans felt the weight of something unsaid. And so, the mystery deepened. What had once been one of television's most beloved partnerships was now clouded in uncertainty. Rumors swirled, hearts broke, and questions multiplied. Had fame driven them apart? Was it creative tension, or something more personal? Something the cameras never captured? No one knew for sure. But one thing was certain. The Sam and Caitríona the world thought they knew were no longer the same. And when the truth finally surfaced, the real reason behind the rift, it would shock even their most loyal fans. When the tension between Sam Heughan and Caitríona Balfe first made headlines, it seemed like another fleeting Hollywood rumor. But what emerged over the following weeks revealed a far more complicated, and deeply human, story than anyone expected. For days, neither actor spoke publicly. Fans speculated wildly, and tabloids continued to profit from exaggerated headlines. Then, in a move that surprised everyone, Sam broke the silence first, not through an interview or a PR statement, but through a heartfelt post on his personal social media. The caption read, "10 years of working with someone means you've shared laughter, tears, and the weight of life. Sometimes we clash, sometimes we grow. Caitríona means the world to me. That hasn't changed, and it never will." The photo accompanying the message wasn't glamorous, just a quiet black and white picture of Sam and Caitríona on set, both mid-laughter, completely unposed. The comment section flooded instantly. Thousands of fans expressed relief, thanking him for addressing the rumors with grace. Others couldn't help but ask, what exactly happened between them? A few days later, Caitríona appeared at a charity event in Dublin, where a journalist asked her if she'd seen Sam's message. She paused, smiled faintly, and said, "Yes, I did. It meant a lot. The truth is, we're like family. Families argue, they misunderstand each other, but there's love underneath it all." That one sentence changed everything. For weeks, speculation had painted their dark turn as betrayal or resentment. Now, the narrative shifted. Sources close to the production confirmed what fans had long suspected. The so-called conflict had been a misunderstanding born out of exhaustion and creative pressure. Filming Outlander's latest season had been particularly brutal. Long days, emotionally draining scenes, and the immense responsibility of living up to the show's legacy. Both actors were carrying the weight of 10 years of fan expectations, and when you add the fatigue of constant media scrutiny, small misunderstandings can easily snowball. According to one insider, the argument that fueled the rumors stemmed from a difference in how a particular emotional scene should be played. Both Sam and Caitríona are perfectionists, passionate, committed, and deeply protective of their characters. They both cared too much, the insider said. And sometimes, when two people care that deeply, emotions can flare. Once the story spread, both realized how quickly things could spiral out of control. The moment they stepped back from the chaos, it became clear that the bond they had built over the years was far stronger than any disagreement. Still, the damage had been done, not to their friendship, but to how the world saw them. The public, accustomed to viewing them as an inseparable duo, had turned a single misunderstanding into a media storm. Caitríona addressed this directly in a later interview. "People forget that we're human. They see Jamie and Claire, not Sam and Caitríona. We have our moments, but at the end of the day, there's nothing but respect and care." Her honesty resonated deeply with fans. Many took to social media to apologize for feeding into the drama. "We expected them to be perfect," one fan wrote, "but they reminded us that real relationships, even friendships, have ups and downs." In a poetic twist, the next fan event for Outlander turned into a public reconciliation of sorts. When Sam and Caitríona walked on stage together, the crowd erupted in applause. Sam looked at her, smiled, and jokingly said, "Well, I guess rumors make good marketing, eh?" Caitríona laughed, nudging him playfully, and just like that, the tension that had shadowed them for weeks dissolved in a single moment. But beneath the humor, there was a quiet lesson. Both actors had weathered years of rumors about their relationship, romantic or otherwise, and through it all, they had maintained a rare kind of loyalty. This time, the storm had been a little rougher, but it had also reminded them of something vital. After 10 years of shared struggles, what they had built couldn't be broken by speculation. As one journalist later wrote, The truth behind Sam and Caitríona's dark turn wasn't scandal. It was exhaustion, pressure, and the fragility of two people constantly performing under the spotlight. But what makes them special is how they turned tension into tenderness, proving that real connection isn't perfect, it's resilient. By the time the dust settled, fans saw their story differently. It was no longer about a rift or a falling out. It was about endurance, forgiveness, and the reality of maintaining closeness in an industry that thrives on tearing it apart. And when Caitríona was later asked if she and Sam were back to normal, she smiled and replied, "We never really left."